Say Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule with that great millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiums and the folk on the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. Come to the lesson to edify the Bayat Dawada, the 144,000, the one-third, men, women, children. Confusion of faced Israelites that scatter among these heathen nations. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. You are God's chosen people. Alright, this is escaped prisoner caught fetting at a Rima Juve, and this is from the Trinidad and Tobago Daily Express. Right, so this Jake, he all up in his simplicity, and the word simplicity is it have two meaning. In the Hebrew is pata, which means simple or naive, silly or foolish, right? And this the word pata, right? The Hebrew word pata applied to this Jake. You understand? It applied to him, right? And the other meaning for it is in the Greek, which is hapalas, something like that, which means sincerity, honesty. You understand? Virtue, right? You understand? And what the Most High say about you Israelite, being revelers and taking part in Carnival and Juve. This is totally contrary to the ways of the Most High. We are the Most High temple, and the Most High say we temple got to do with idols. You understand? The Most High tell we separate ourselves from them thing, right? Carnival is against the Most High. You understand? The Most High tell we don't be no reveler. So he escaped from prison to go and wind down in the street, and he gonna add more time to the time that he get. He get 24 months in prison for I think was malicious damage, right? So he get 24 months with hard labor. So he escaped now and add more to the 24 months with more hard labor. So the Jake naive, right? This is Hebrews chapter 13 verse 13. Let us walk honestly. And how are we going to walk honestly? And who's the us? The us is you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indian. And you confusion and face Israel that scatter among these heathens. The only way we're going to walk honestly, we got to walk in the ordinance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Which is the law, statutes, and commandments. As in the day, not in rioting. So we go to this word rioting. Right? The Most High said not in rioting. Right? Not in rioting. Remember that. So we go to the word rioting. Right? We come from Strong's G2970, which is komos. Right? Komos.
Strong's G2970. Komos.
Right? He said a nocturnal and riotous procession of half drunken and forlicium fellows who after super parade through the streets with torch and music in honor of Bacchus and some other dainty. So when you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian, when you take part in Carnival or Juve, you giving honor to a deity, a idol. You understand? You showing respect, and you showing that you're loyal to this deity, and there's a violation, there's a sin to death. You understand? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? He said, and singing and playing before houses of male and female friends, hence used generally of feast and drinking party that are protracted till late at night, indulging in rivalry. So they threw the street in drunkenness, right? So let me go back. Romans chapter 13 verse 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in carnivaling or juvein. We were riotous come from the Greek, which is komos, right? He said and drunkenness. So when Jay taking part in the carnival, how they'll be drunk in the street, They don't know the self, right? You could drink wine, but you gotta drink it moderately. You could drink strong drink, but you gotta drink it moderately. You understand? Not in Chamberlain and wantonness, not in strive and envying. So a lot of strive and envying is among our people, right? So this Jake naive, right? He's very naive, right? It said the prisoner who escaped from the maximum security prison on Thursday had been found. He was not in a forest camp or holed up in a shack. He was whining on the street of Arima during the borrowed day celebration. And you can see this Jake simple. You know what I mean? It says someone point out Delan Clark to the police and he was arrested. At 7:50 a.m. on Thursday, officers of Aruka police station were notified by prison officer that the inmate had escaped while working in prison garden. Right? Clark, a 35-year-old of Maturita, Arima, is serving a sentence of 24 months hard labor for malicious damage. So he's gonna add to this 24 months, and he's gonna get more hard labor for escaping. You understand? So this Jake very simple. It's simple. You understand? So let me just get let me go to the word pata, right, in the Hebrew. All right, let me go to the word pata, right, in the Hebrew. We go Proverbs 1 and 22. All right, go to the word pata, which is simplicity. All right, you go to the root word, which is Strong's 866 6601. Right. Yeah, Strong's 86601. Right, which is pata.
Strong's H6601. Patha.
Right, to be enticed. So like it to be simple, entice, deceive, persuade. Right? So he was deceived by his own vain opinion, thinking, well, I'm gonna escape and I'm gonna jump up in this juve, nobody not gonna recognize me. You understand? He deceived himself. There's the simplicity in this individual. Right? It said to be simple, to be naive. Right? He's naive, he's void. He's a reprobate. Right? You understand? Silly one. He's a silly one. Right? You understand? So let me go to the next meaning, because there's two meanings for the word simplicity. So the one pata means silly one, foolish, naive. And I have this one in 2 Corinthians 11 and 3, which going into somebody that is upright. Right? Which is let me get it. Let me get this one. Right.
Strong's G572. Haplates,
which mean sincerity, mental honesty, the virtue of one who is free from pretense and hypocrisy. So somebody that is upright. You understand? So there's two meaning. Aplatis is one who upright, and pato is a foolish one. Right? And this is this JK. Alright, this is this Jake. Simple. You understand? And this is really most I say my people are foolish. 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian, y'all are foolish. Right? This is Jeremiah 4 and 22. Right? Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22. He said, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are stuttish children. The word stuttish means stupid or foolish. Right? To be silly. As a matter of fact, let me go to it. Alright, let me go to it. Alright, let me go through it. Alright.
Strong's H 5530. Sachal. Sachal.
Sakal in the Hebrew for stuttish mean fool. Let me go to the root word etymology, right, which is sakal. It's said to be foolish, to be a fool, to make foolish, turn into foolishness, to act or do foolishly, to do foolishly, play the fool. Isn't this fit this individually? Delon Clark. You understand? That a foolish act. That is a silly act. You understand? That's silly act. Right? Jeremiah 4:22 said, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are stuttish children, and they have none understanding." Yeah, naive. They are wise to do evil. Yeah, they're wise to do evil. You understand? To commit adultery, to be homosexual, to eat pork, to worship idols, to kill their brothers and sisters. You understand? They're wise to do these things. But to do good, they have no knowledge. Yeah, to do good, they have no knowledge. You know? It was charged, or it was alleged that it was charged. It was charged. Salaki, it was charged for dangerous. Let me get it. Make sure I get it correct. All right, don't want to for malicious damage. Right, it was charged with that. Right, but you pick it up on yourself to escape, and then go and wind down in Juve. Now you add more sorrow to yourself. So you was wise to do evil. So you wise to get away from the hard labor for the 24 months, to go and wind down in Juve, not knowing that you would be operating again. So you bring more sorrow on yourself. You understand? That's why the most I say is people are foolish. Right? So, you know, this is a quick lesson to edify the buyer that way down with. That was this was edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at a great millstone. And a blessed salutation to the Akiums and the folk and the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.